Hey man, what's going on, man? And we having some chaos. It's some chaos on a new baddie set. Apparently, it's some new baddie show. You know, they used to just kind of relegate them to regions. Now, man, they letting these bras loose throughout the whole country, man. We better buckle up. We better arm our damn security at our houses, man. You know, we better make sure we got our insurance on our cars. These bras finna be loose in cities all around the USA. It used to just be baddie South. They just do the South real quick, do the East Coast, do the West Coast, do the Midwest real quick. They was just in Africa, but they only did a couple countries, South Africa, Kenya. They were supposed to do Tanzania, Nigeria, Ghana. They really should have did Africa way better than they did it, but whatever. Anyway, they got Chrissean. She's back, right? They don't got Ivory. Shout out to Ivory. She just killed the NXT awards, right? I think she took about 3-4 home, man. Yeah. She really did that. Shout out Ivory. She's back at her crib. Now that's TV. She ain't messing with Zeus. They did her wrong. I don't know what happened. They wanted to underpay the homegirl. Whatever. I don't know. I ain't that deep off into it, but here's what I do know. What I do know is there's some new disturbing footage that then came out from Chrissean Rock. Some chaos been cracked off on the new Baddies set during the tapings. I don't know. I know that I got one of the most reliable sources in all of YouTube. My brother, none other than Poetic Flacco. And, you know, he definitely got the scoop for us. So let's take a look and react to this.
Zeus Network situation is insane. Like, it's really crazy. Chrissean is even claiming that Zeus Network kidnapped her, and she posted some pretty damning evidence that that's exactly what happened.
How the hell you get kidnapped by a goddamn limited liability company? I'm a little confused. Let's find out what this is about.
So Chrissean started off on Zeus Network. They kind of sparked her career after the Blueface, I guess, Patreon or OF Baddie show. Chrissean transitioned to another Baddie show, which was on Zeus, and she was on Baddies for Zeus for a couple of seasons. Then she took a break for a while, and now she was set to be on a new season of Baddies. This was day one of filming, and all chaos broke out.
I don't know what y'all got going on or what y'all used to or what y'all been getting away with, but it's not sliding, bro. This is a shout out to Zeus Network, bro. I know real Crips and I know real Bloods, bro.
Like, what is you pointing that out for? She knows real Crips, she knows real Bloods. And girls do this sometimes. Like, if you go watch the reunion for Baddies, what was the last one they did? Midwest, you had Blueface baby mom on there, right? Chrissean is still allegedly Blueface baby mom, definitely Blueface ex-bride. But Blueface actual validated baby mom, Jaden Alexis, was there, right? And she banged it on Schoolyard Crib and ran up on something and boom, boom. And girls, you know, I done messed with girls and they done did that where since they messing with you, they trying to bang and rep your hood. Here's the problem though, Chrissean. You not with Blueface no more, right? And you just was with who I think AOF Nino from Bounty on the Watts. He just dissed you. He said your hygiene was bad, all these various things. I need some of these girls to understand something. Just because you fucking niggas or niggas are cool with you and niggas fuck with you and maybe in the moment nothing's gonna happen to you if they're around. As soon as you in your relationships with these niggas and you're not in the direct vicinity of these individuals, trust me, unless you're paying niggas is not just showing up wrecking shop for you. You got to get that out of your motherfucking head. Just because you know real Crips and real Bloods. All my whole life, I done seen people try to talk about who they know. The fuck? I don't give a fuck who you know. What the fuck is you finna do? That's really the question.
I don't care. And then they know who to try this shit with, bro. They didn't do this to Blueface. And they didn't do this when I was on set with Blueface.
So you're admitting that you knowing your relationship with Crips and Bloods through the niggas you fucked with is not enough to get them to not try you because they know that niggas ain't just stepping behind you, but they know they stepping behind Blueface though. You gotta just contradict it the fuck out of yourself.
That's why Blueface was always around. Not because, he was really like protecting me too, but at the same time, he just like them too. Like, I don't trust nothing. I don't trust none of that for real. I really don't, bro. I really don't, bro. But I'm telling you, my nigga, like, Lenny Plummer, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out, bro. If you want to sit down with my pastor Mike, my father, bro. For real, this is bigger than me, man. And I feel like this attack.
Y'all heard that? I'm gonna tell y'all. Look at the comments, right? This is the comment that jumped out the most to me. Look at this comment right here. Hold up. Where cuz at? Now, this is an interesting comment, too. Whoa, Vicky said the same thing when Chrissean made her friend beat her up for saying Jesus loves you. Make it make sense. That's interesting. She did attack a girl who was trying to spread Jesus and beat her up. One of the most harmless girls in the world, which is Whoa, Vicky. I don't feel bad for her, nothing like that. But she was trying to, preach the Jesus lane the same way you is. And you had your friends whoop her ass over that. So that's interesting. But there was a particular comment that I saw on my phone. Damn, where is it at? Okay. I'm really not seeing it. But based off of something she just said, which was her referring to her pastor as her father, she's going to do it one more time. And before I really give my take on that, I'm going to just let it play and let her do it about one more time. You got one more mother in time. All right, let's go.
Was sent from the enemy for real. And then it's using people, places, and power. Like Lemmy got a lot of power to hurt me just because I'm being 100 on this live right now. So now I gotta call people that really love me, and I know daggone well. For real. Lemmy Plummer, you can sit down with my dad. Real stuff, bro. You can sit down with my dad, Lemmy Plummer. For real, bro. His name is Pastor Mike Freeman, bro.
Chrissean, Pastor Mike Freeman is not your dad. Pastor Mike Freeman is the nigga that your alleged baby dad put to sleep at that Baltimore hotel. Do we remember? We all remember when Blueface bled cuz. We all remember that, right? That's not your dad. So she just referred to her pastor as her father. She said dad, she said father. Baby girl, you're supposed to be Jesus. Well, Jesus said in Matthew 23:9, and call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your father which is in heaven. That's what Jesus said, right? So why are you supposed to be this sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, Bible thumping Jesus follower, and your pastor is especially supposed to be that, and you didn't know this elementary school Bible verse that tells you not to call a nigga your father, and you calling somebody your father who is not your biological father when you're only supposed to have one spiritual father, which is in heaven? I'm confused, but this is the confusion that's going on with this young lady, and in a lot of these churches. Right. And you see her, she want to blame everybody else for what's going on. And oh my God, this is an attack from the enemy. They finna give you $200,000. You knew what the fuck you had to go on that show and do for 200 grand. You knew it. Don't play stupid.
You over here got $1 billion tearing down people. You got $1 billion tearing down people for your gain. And then when we speak up.
What is this narrative that Lemmy Plummer tore down people for his gain? Were you tore down or were you built up from your platform? Were you tore down or built up from being on the Zeus Network platform? Honestly. Did you make more money from your time at Zeus and from the elevation of your entire persona? Did you make more money and gain more popularity from being on Zeus or from not? So how is that a platform built on tearing you down? If anything, you were elevated from Zeus Network. And any degradation that happened came from your own voluntary choice of you doing things that would make people look at you in a negative light. People look down on you. People criticize you, etc. It was because of the persona that you portrayed to the world through Zeus Network. That's not Zeus's fault that you did that. You did it. So I think it's funny that's the narrative that you pushing now.
You silence us with power. You're not silencing me, bro. I know Jesus Christ, bro.
Here's what happened that sparked that particular rant. Chrissean Rock, over the last couple of months, have transitioned into her Christian arc. She has said that she's devoted to serving God and she's not interested in doing anything that goes away from what God wants for her. So Chrissean Rock, I know personally, like Chrissean Rock has refused to go to any club appearance and perform any songs that's not her Christian song. Chrissean Rock has turned down bookings. If she feels like the bookings is asking her to do things that are not in line with what God wants her to do. But Chrissean Rock knew what Baddies was. But Zeus Network threw a big check in front of Chrissean Rock. They threw, I believe, $200,000 in front of her, right? They were going to pay her $200,000 to appear on the show. So Chrissean Rock agreed to appear on Baddies. But if you guys know, when Chrissean Rock was first on Baddies, Chrissean Rock was fighting every day. She was tearing it up. She was the most entertaining person on Baddies. She was involved in multiple storylines. This time around, she wanted to do things differently. She didn't want to kind of fight or be involved in drama or other things. She kind of wanted to, I guess, I don't know what her expectations was for Zeus, but she wanted to come on Baddies and be the Christians, like Chrissean Rock, and stay out of all the nonsense.
And again, like people were saying on the comment board, that's what old Vicky came on there to try to do, and you beat her ass over it, right? Or had her ass beat over it. Because I think you was pregnant, so you had the two lagoons out there. But even then, it's been plenty of girls who were known and had a reputation for fighting who came on Baddies and didn't really fight. Ivory barely fought in this last season. She was trying to keep it cool. She was trying to coach. She was trying to like really kind of step it up and look girl, even though she was the youngest one, really look girl a lot of them girls on that Baddies Africa she was just on. Tasiki, they not even bothering with her big sister Tasiki, because Tasiki, everybody knows she got the most hands out of all of the damn reality show bras, period. Tasiki got it. So you don't really even have to go there. You already done did that part. So you don't have to go there and you know, put on your proverbial tap dancer shoes and keep fighting. You already did plenty of fighting all the way back from Blue Girls Club. So come on, if you wanted to go on there and be, you know, holy Chrissean, you could have been that.
But that didn't work, because when Chrissean Rock got to set, well, you know, Zeus Network kind of set it up to where her and her sister would confront each other and have a discussion about all the things they've been saying about each other.
But that's natural. If you know your sister finna be there, then naturally y'all are gonna have to have a conversation. Anytime that we have very public disagreements between two people who are getting ready to be on a TV show, it's only logical that there be a confrontation and a conversation to give clarity between the two parties involved. And if the two parties involved have already reached clarity, then some type of staged conversation so the viewing audience can get clarity, because we gonna be sitting there scratching our heads like, wait, ain't these bitches beefing? What happened? How are they cool now and just coexisting on the show? What happened? What did we miss? What were the issues? It's got to be ironed out. And the only reason we know y'all got issues is because it played out both on the show and on social media. So it's not like you didn't already bring the world off into y'all business. So now if y'all had a resolution, we got to see what that resolution was about. But it's very apparent that there wasn't no resolution. You accused your sister of S-ing you when y'all was kids. And I don't disbelieve you, but that is a very, very serious allegation to make. Tasiki categorically denies it ever recurring. So yeah, definitely we got to get to the bottom of this shit. So if you thought any other situation was going to happen other than y'all having to have a conversation and production thinking that had to happen, you out of your damn mind for $200,000.
Online, Chrissean Rock felt like they was setting her up. She felt like they was trying to get her and her sister to have a fist fight.
See, the problem is though, people don't have to try to get you and your sister to have a fist fight. That's just how y'all is. So naturally, if y'all was gonna have a conversation and it was gonna get heated, then a fist fight was likely inevitable. So it's not even so much a setup. Were they probably banking on it because people definitely want to see the Chrissean versus Tasiki fade? Like 100%, it's one of the ultimate fades in the whole Baddies goddamn universe, indefinitely. But you can't fault motherfuckers for that. Like, it's a TV show. You know what comes with this shit. You've been doing this shit. It's how you've been eating. It's how you've been elevating. It's how all of us know you. Let's not play games now, and let's not try to scapegoat the good Lord in playing these games.
And she felt like they kept pressuring her and forcing her into situations that she didn't want to be in. So she panicked and then went live. Now, Chrissean Rock would also say that once she felt like things were getting too uncomfortable, she tried to leave, but they didn't allow her to leave. Instead, what they did was they withheld her ID from her when she tried to leave, and she provided proof of that and claimed they kidnapped her, which, if somebody is withholding your ID and preventing you from leaving, that's kidnap.
What you mean? You wish you could give me my ID? Give me my ID. I just need to get on the plane.
I know, but I was told not to give anybody their ID.
Bro.
Yeah, see now that is a huge problem. This is like a guerrilla pimp tactic, frankly. Like, it's pimp niggas I know, and what they do, when a girl, when she wanna, sit down for them, they're gonna turn over their identification card, their social security, their birth certificate, all of their, vital identification documents are gonna be handed over to the individual in which they're gonna be handing the money over to, right? So it's kind of leveraged against them in a certain way, from leaving, from running off, quote unquote, agging off and things like that. So yeah, this is a hell of a tactic from Lemmy. I ain't gonna lie. Withholding a girl's ID, like, how did they even get your ID to begin with? Is my question. How did that happen? Why was the surrendering of your identification documents necessary for any of this stuff? I could see if, okay, boom, y'all gotta copy it, whatever, legal, whatever, but like, the fact that it's being withheld from her is some guerrilla pimp shit. That's crazy.
Oh, this is Zeus Network. You know how bad you can jeopardize them for taking my IDs so I don't get on the flight. Y'all know my daddy?
You have Lenny number?
So you're not gonna give me my ID?
Unless Lenny says I can give it to you. He's the one that says whether I can give it to you or not.
I want to go.
Unless Lenny says I can give it to you. He's the one that says whether I can give it to you or not.
So y'all heard him. He said, unless Lemmy says I can give it to you, because he's the one that says if I can give it to you or not. So he has admitted now, and it's recorded here, that Lemuel Plummer has instructed him not to surrender the identification card of Chrissean Rock over to her. I don't understand how that makes any sense. And I don't understand how that doesn't make him liable, at least for something, especially with all the money they checking, with the profile that Chrissean has, and the zeal that some lawyer somewhere is going to jump up and try to hit their ass. Yeah, man, this ain't going to go good. This definitely ain't going to go good.
I want to go. This shit is demonic.
Let's call Ashley.
I'd be wrong if I cracked you in your mouth. I'd be wrong if I called the police and said you robbed me for my ID and put your life at jeopardy.
You're right.
What are you calling them for, bro? Give me my ID.
Because I work for them, Chrissean.
Nigga! This nigga got my ID, sir. He won't give it to me. I need to leave. Tell this nigga give me my ID.
Telling security.
Please, bro.
And I won't get it back.
Bro, please. Please tell this man give me my ID.
He went upstairs.
I can't make this shit up. You know how much trouble you will get, everybody get? Bro, just give me my ID.
I don't want her ID.
I know, just give it to me, bro. You're not gonna lose your job, man. You're gonna have them lose their company, bro.
I don't care.
Okay, well, give me my ID.
I'm just gonna follow the orders that I'm given.
That's evil as I just wanna go home.
So I was thinking this was a security guard. That young man definitely don't look like a security guard of any sort. And what I'm thinking is he's whoever he is. He's production. He's on the crew. He's in the background. You know, he seemed like, you know, his wrist is broke, so he might be makeup, hairstyle. I don't know what he is. All I know is he probably feels like if he gives that over, if he gives that ID, it's going to jeopardize his position with Zeus, and he's trying to climb the career ladder. And he don't want to mess that up, so, you know, he's just following orders. Still definitely the wrong call in this situation to withhold some of these ID from him.
I don't want to fight no more. I don't want to be on Zeus no more. I don't want to deal with y'all no more. Give me my ID so I can get on my flight.
Zeus Network, in their response, tries to deny this, tries to tell us, hey, listen, we were not withholding her ID. The security guard says, I can't give you your ID. I'm just taking the orders that I was given not to give you your ID. Call Lemmy if you need your ID. Zeus Network tries to tell us, hey, we did not withhold our ID from her. We don't know what she's talking about. In their response, going against the common sense and everything we watched and seen with our own eyes. So here is what their response is to this Chrissean Rock video. So Lemmy writes, Chrissean Rock's recent behavior has been erratic and concerning, reflecting ongoing instability, personal negligence, and a contradictory display of faith. Throughout production, she has engaged in multiple verbal and physical altercations without any prompting, encouragement, or influence from myself, Zeus, executives, or producers. These incidents were neither staged nor directed. They are her genuine reactions, or actions, I should say, genuine, captured in real time. Chrissean repeatedly discloses behind-the-scene details online, compromising the integrity of the show and the experience for the viewers. Let's be clear. Ms. Rock reached out requesting an opportunity, and we graciously provided one. No one is exploiting anyone for a storyline. The reality is simple. Chrissean and Tasiki have deep-rooted family issues, and our cameras are documenting it authentically. But is it authentic, though, when you're kind of pushing them to be in a room together? You're kind of pushing them to have certain conversations or to have a sit-down. And she's like, bruh, I just want to be on the show. I don't even want to talk to my sister, all right? Like, I have other things to discuss. I feel like them pushing the issue may be the issue here, right? Because Chrissean didn't want no funk with her sister. She didn't want to fight with her sister. And they continue and says, if Chrissean feels uneasy about her sister's reaction, that's understandable. I'd be concerned too. But it does not justify disparaging Zeus or his team. The truth will be evident soon enough. If she decides to step away, so be it. Baddies will continue to thrive with or without her. We sincerely wish Chrissean and her family peace, healing, and God's best. He will then say, lastly, and for the record, no one is withholding her identification. She chose to leave abruptly during active filming and demanded that production halt operations and to accommodate her personal request. Nah, bro. What we heard was a little different. The security guard had the ID, and he said he cannot give it to her because of instructions he received from you guys.
Yeah, so he must have talked to legal or Chat GPT or something and realized that he made a grave error in attempting to use that gorilla pimp tactic to control her and keep her from leaving. And because this is now spilled out over in the public, he's trying to deny it and clean it up. That's kind of apparent.
Unfortunately, we do not operate on her schedule. Nevertheless, her ID will either be in her possession or returned to her promptly and in an expeditious manner. I reached out to a Zeus representative and they kind of gave me a rundown. So I was told they gave Chrissean Rock $200,000. Well, they were paying her over the season, but the season was going to be for $200,000. Now, on top of the $200,000, they was willing to accommodate certain Chrissean Rock requests, all right? They was willing to accommodate her bringing other people with her, right? I believe she was going to bring like her babysitter and her team was going to come. And Zeus, I believe, was going to allocate about $60,000 to $70,000 for the babysitter and her team to be there full time while she's filming, even though they wouldn't be on camera. However, things got really heated between Chrissean Rock and Zeus, according to the Zeus representative I talked to, once Chrissean Rock requested, I believe, $80,000 for a personal stylist to be on set with her to do her hair. Lemmy says, you're tripping. Heck no, never gonna happen. Why would I do that? No. Chrissean Rock got really upset at Lemmy, right? And they was going back and forth, cussing each other out, F you, F you, F you bit, back and forth. This was even before filming even started. So her even going on, she already went on not feeling what was going on. She already went on not really feeling being there. So this itself is just an extension of what I believe is that conversation of Zeus Network refusing to pay $80,000 for her to bring a personal hairstylist on set. Now, Chrissean Rock didn't just stop here. She did respond back to Lemmy And she responded back in a video, and here's what she had to say about her experience at Zeus Network.
And then it's crazy because you could tell the difference from fake beef and just a storyline for clout. Like, a bitch wants some clout. How are you my sister and you waited till we get... Okay, cool, that's cool, I don't care. Y'all, this is what they do, bro. They basically say, hey, we're going to give you the best of both worlds. We're going to give you what a label could give you, right? This is what these people say. They going to put us on a platform in a nice ass what labels do, right? Right? Then they tell the people, like, if you don't fight, oh yeah, you're going home. You're getting replaced. What? All the people are sick, depressed, overstimulated, and can't find their identity. I'm the only one standing up to everybody like, so why are we actually fighting? My sister looked like a weirdo. I don't even know if that's... And then I don't even know if they... And just me y'all telling y'all this, I don't care. They're going to probably dress it up and make me seem like I'm the weirdo. And I look like I got some things to work on.
It's not difficult to dress anything up like you're the weirdo and you got some stuff going on. You've done a tremendous job of getting us to believe that about you yourself without any narrative ever being spun about you. What we've seen you present to the world about yourself is alarming enough, right?
Sure, bro. The atmosphere of Baddies is demonic. Everybody that don't want to fight is fighting. If you're not fighting, you're not getting your check. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to work with Zeus Network ever again. I'm disappointed for real in myself for falling for it or thinking I had enough self-control or something that, like...
Y'all ready for reality? Let's talk about reality. She will be back on Zeus Network. That's reality. $200,000 opportunities don't come along every day, right? They just don't. And she may be in a place where she could have used that 200, but she's good. You know what I mean? She might be in a cool place. But there's gonna come a time where she's gonna need that check, and they're gonna be the only source of a check like that for her. And she's going to be her ass right back on Zeus the fuck network. I'm telling you.
Like divine in me that I can make it about God, and then the more I make it about God, the more it's like set up to be against my walk in my faith. I don't like it. I don't. I'm about to delete my Instagram, and I was pressured to be somebody that I was not. And that I know myself, I'm willing to walk away from a check and just say everything and tell everything and tell the truth. Everybody's programmed to fight. Everybody don't like that show, bro.
If Zeus Network is making women fight or encouraging they fight to have a spot on the show, I would just advise them to stop now, because they have a class action lawsuit is coming down the pipeline if that's the case.
Yeah, I would disagree. At the end of the day, you don't even gotta instruct those girls to fight. You don't. It doesn't have to be egged on. The atmosphere already exists where people feel like if they don't fight, they're gonna be overlooked in the show. That definitely already existed long before Zeus even came into the game. That's really been what it is, bro. We press play. We watch. Everybody who watches these shows, we watch them to watch these bitches fight. If they're not fighting, there was a positive show. Zeus tried to have a positive show with Drea Michelle. She had a positive show. There was no hoes fighting. She was doing, business meetings, and it was all positive. Nobody watched that bullshit, man. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see these hoes fight. Okay, we can't watch wrestling no more like we did when we was young back in the 90s, early 2000s. We can't watch it. That shit's weak as fuck, boring now. The good storylines and the good violence, man, it's on fucking Zeus, and now that's TV. We understand that. Them bitches know what the fuck they signed up for. It don't got to be in the contract. It don't got to be encouraged. Everybody knows you. If you bitches ain't fighting, motherfuckers ain't watching. Simple. Ballin'.